Hello, this is another Brendan political video, so if you don't want a political one, don't look at it, I guess. Alright, so I got a little flyer about the state election from the LNP. Um, they mention only four things in it. One is the world's longest lockdown. Yeah, well, the lockdowns were all, every single lockdown came in from another state into Victoria from when they came from initially overseas. I mean, yes, they caused the longest lockdowns in Victoria, and I'm glad a lot of people didn't die. But you've got to blame the responsible party, which is the New South Wales LNP, who just let it in and let it rip. There could have been a lot of minor measures they took to actually stop that happening, like closing a few of their bridges. The other thing they talk about is the debt. Well, we got a lot for that debt. I mean, you've got a. It's actually a very small debt in the scheme of things. The government, the Australian government's got $1 trillion in debt. The federal government, and that's a very small debt for a government to have. You've got to look at it in terms of the. Well, you've got to look at debt in terms of what you get in return, and what you got in return was every single level crossing removed on the Dandenong line. Like that's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal achievement for just what, $150 billion of debt. Pretty low in the scheme of things. I mean, it had to be done at some stage. It was a bargain price, and it was a good deal to get. And others were removed too. A lot of other level crossings were removed. One's removed on the Frankston line, but the Dandenong line in particular, such like it'll generate $1 billion, or maybe even $100 billion in savings to the state as an overall. Just the delay you get at a level crossing of like 15 minutes or more waiting for trains to go through. Just that delay. Uh, I mean, most of the schools were done up near me. Parkdale High and Mordialloc High were definitely done up. Like the primary schools. I mean, none of that's federal money. I mean, the ScoMo government didn't give much to Victoria at all, if anything, really. In the schemes of things, it was all just pork barreled here and there, or promised on car parks that never happened, that weren't near train stations. What was the other thing? They didn't promise. They talked about the government being corrupt. Well, Matthew Guy last election went to the mob to get endorsements and get money. I mean, you don't get more corrupt than actually going to criminals you're not meant to meet. Uh, I mean, their own legal advisor resigned based on the stuff they're doing. We don't even know all of it. We know two of the things. She published a letter, but they're obviously doing more if you go by the letter she has published about the state of the LNP with keeping up with the legal requirements of the state. What else was there? I think that was it. They only mentioned four things. Yeah, I mean, not one of them is a policy of their own. Like they haven't offered anything there. The only policy I'm aware of them offering at all is the $2 for the trains. Well, you might as well just make them free. Take out those machines. Don't need to do maintenance. It costs $5,000 for the gear for the PSOs, between $5,000 and $3,000 just for the gear, not their ongoing wages, just the gear they wear, like their gun and all that. We don't need an armed person anymore. Just make it free, much cheaper than just $2 for Metro, old Metro system. I mean, why bother? Why bother? I mean, it's just dumb, and they won't stick to it. I have no faith in them sticking to that at all. They're going to halve the V-line fares. Well, I mean, basically that's how they feel about you in the bush. You're just a given vote to them. you know. Uh, so dumb. Such dumb policies. Like, all they can be is negative. Last federal election, 100% of their ads were negative. not proposing anything themselves. They never do that. It's like how I live in an area where there's no Skyrail for Parkdale. Well, that group doesn't propose anything. It hasn't gone, oh yeah, we want this option, or we want that option, or we want this option, because that would make argument amongst the LNP's plan. People actually think about what the options are. Anyway, peace out. Have a nice day.